I'm Jeff Whiteman, I'm one of your stadium announcers for tomorrow. Nobody has run in this stadium more than you. Every day of the Olympics you won, both days of the Sainsbury's anniversary games in 2013. Is it your theatre of dreams as a footballer now? I think we may be without my
Well, for me, it's definitely one of my most memorable stadiums to run in. The crowd was great the last time I was here. The Olympics was epic for me, so for me I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to competing again.
And usually when you race in the UK, you get a strong Jamaican expat community support. They're not folk that sit on their hands and murmur quietly, are they?
No, definitely not. Anywhere you go, you can tell Jamaicans because we're always the loudest in the crowd. So for me, I know that support's going to be big. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So I'm running in London in a while, so it should be good.
You've also said that this may well be the venue of your last ever competition at the IAAF World Championships in 2017.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is my focus. Like I said, I want to retire after a year, but my sponsor asked me to go another year, so I'm really considering it, and we'll see how it goes, but it should be my last World Championship.
And you've had a mixed sort of season so far. How is your health and your injuries with 4 weeks to go to the World Champs? Are you where you'd like to be?
I won't know until tomorrow. We've been training good. I've been really working hard. My coach said just to continue to fight forward. So I've just been in training, just have to keep working on what I need to work on and see what happens tomorrow.
You've kind of done everything there is to do in the sport, at least once, twice in some occasions. When the showboating stops, you're going to get an amazing reception tomorrow. But in that quiet moment when you get called to your marks and go down to your blocks, are you ever nervous? Do you ever feel anxiety?
I think in 100 meters, no. I think in 100 meters, just. In 100 meters, I never really get nervous. So for me, it's just all about execution over 100 meters. So I just have to execute to what I've been working on throughout training because we've been doing a lot of work on the start. So I just have to execute tomorrow.
And just give us a Bolt's eye view of a 100-metre race. When you're fully upright and into your running, do you know then that you've had a great race? Is it all in that first 30 metres, or is there stuff you can do in the closing stage?
I think the first 40 metres of 100 metres are my most important part because it's the weakest part of my race. So I work extremely hard and get it right. But if I get that right, then I know then I have no issues because then my last 60 is my best part of my race, so I have no problem there.
Where do you take a view on whether you can switch off in a heat or whether you have to keep going to the line? Have you got peripheral vision of the other competitors? Can you hear them?
Always. I always look around. That's one of the things about me, and most of the times I'm always coming from the back of the pack, so I can tell when I can shut it off or not.
Tell us about Zarnell Hughes, your training partner. You know him better than we do. He's declared for Britain. He won the British title. He's an amazing prospect. Does he ever give you a bit of a kicking in training?
We don't train together in training. He trains differently. My coach trains differently. I'm also training Young Blake. But he definitely trains hard. He's a very dedicated youth, and I think he's really excited to compete for Britain. You can see the work and dedication that he has, and I hope you guys don't pressure him too much because I know the British pressure, so hopefully they don't put too much pressure on him.
And have you been keeping an eye on the British scene where we're getting a few more men under 10 seconds and a few youngsters coming through?
I've been hearing about it. I see the work they've been putting in, so I guess it's just showing up now. So I guess over time, it's always when one person makes a step up, everybody wants to step up. So I think over time you get more and more. I said that early in the year that it's all about the pressure, the work that you put in, and the more younger kids run faster, the more it influences the younger ones who want to do better also.
And your relay team that hardly does any practice but has the world record on the Olympic title, how's that shaping up?
I don't know. It's all about the individual athletes. I think when we get to the games, we can tell where we'll be. So we'll see what happens. So all I have to look forward to is just individual race, and we'll see where everybody is when the time comes.
Last question from me before we go open. What would constitute an acceptable performance for you tomorrow at Heats and Fun?
For me, it's just to get a good execution. I think for most of my races this season have been really poor. So it's all about getting the right execution and getting it done. So hopefully, if everything goes right and I execute right, then the time will come. So, yeah.
Okay. Do we have a second row? I don't think we do. So I'm going to point to you. If you want to ask a question, we'll start here.
You've obviously seen the times that Justin Gatlin's been running, and he's been consistently very strong and quick. Are you in a sort of shape you feel that you can beat him when it comes to Beijing? Are you still the number one there?
I never doubt myself. That's one thing. I look forward to competition. Beijing is a month away. I'm not really worried about that. I try to take it a step at a time. After run tomorrow, get through these 2 races. As I said, I've been training really hard. I've been pushing myself. So it's all about execution now. If I can execute right and get everything right, then I know I'll run fast. So it's all about just getting timing right, and when Beijing comes, it comes. But I have to take it a step at a time.
Usain, Ian Payne from ITV News. You're a huge draw for these games, and so's Mo Farah. Have you been sympathetic to what's been happening to Mo Farah and the allegations against his coach?
Well, I've really been following much, but I've heard a lot about what's going on. I've come through the ranks with Mo, so I've seen the work that he's put in. So for me, I'll mostly say I'm sorry for Mo, because every day I hear these in the paper, they're trying to tear him down. And I think he works so hard to get where he is for somebody's mistake to be causing him problems. So for me, I just really hope that he doesn't take it too seriously, he doesn't make it stress him out, because it's part of the sports. People like to point fingers sometimes, but hopefully he won't take it too seriously.
Yes.
You have not competed in the first national game in Beijing, and since the winning your first gold medal, what's your feeling for returning to the first medal?
Well, I'm definitely excited. A little bit nervous. I know I've set a standard in Beijing, so I know going back to Beijing, I have to live up to that expectation. So for me, I'm excited to go back, and also nervous, so we'll see what happens, but it should be good.
How would we know if you're nervous?
You can't tell, really. You can't tell. I try to play it off. I try to just try to be myself as much as possible, just to relax. And that's why I told you guys I try to do different things at the start. It helps me to relax, take my mind off the race and stuff. But if I'm not in the best of shape, I will be nervous.
Yes, at the back there, yeah, white shirt.
Hello, Lee Willings of Al Jazeera. You say you get angry and disappointed sometimes that the action of some athletes put everyone, put the whole sport under suspicion.
Yes, definitely. I would say definitely. Especially throughout the years when you work hard and the sport's giving back a good reputation, and then it backslides when other athletes decided that they want to do the wrong thing. Definitely does upset me, because then everybody starts pointing fingers again and start speculating, and it doesn't help the sport in any way. So at times I do get frustrated and angry.
Hold your hands high, because it's like a world room cramming record here. Yeah.
Listen, Andre, to that end, do you think a win for Gatlin, the World Championship, will be bad for the sport?
I'm not planning to lose, so I can't really answer that question.
Yes.
You say the British government is putting a tax break for you to come and perform here. Are you worth it?
Should I take that as an insult? Definitely. For me, one thing, I always try to show my best performance, and always bring great crowds. It's always a great meet when I'm here. So for me, I definitely think I'm worth it, and I always look forward to coming here and competing, because I really enjoy competing in London. As I said earlier, there's always a big Jamaican crowd and support, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And it's not just a tax break for you, it's across the industry. Yes.
Samir Hammoudi for Green Sports Press. It's been a while we haven't seen you on the 100 meters. Do you feel you got time to get ready for the World Championships?
I think I need to run more 100. I think running a lot more 100 might told you will come along, because it's always work is always the first part of me on my race. I need to work on my start. I think last part of my race is it always comes together as long as my first part of my race is good. So this is why I'm working so hard, and this is why I need to run some 100 meters now. So this is what we're focusing on, and we've been working really hard on training, and I just need to continue working, and I know I get it right.
Okay. You said that things haven't gone brilliantly in some races this year. Has there ever been a concern you wouldn't make it to the World Championships, or has there been a concern that you wouldn't double up on the 1 and 200?
Well, for me, I've said it a number of times, but I'm never, my coach isn't worried, I'm never worried, because he always finds a way to get me ready for the championships, and he's confident that I can be ready, and I'm confident, and all we have to do is just work. As I said, I've been doing good in training. Everything's been going better and smoother. So hopefully now I can go on the track and just deliver. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
So there hasn't been thoughts of just doing one event?
No, no.
Going red at the back.
Hello, Usain, Fabien from Sainsbury. Jimmy Vico is the new fastest guy of French athletics. What do you make of him?
Well, Jimmy Vigo has been on the scene a long time. He's shown prospects of running fast. So it takes time, and sometimes you get one. The race is right, so I think he's been training hard. He has had a lot of competition over the years. He's learned, he's got more experience. So I think he's just getting older and more wiser. So he's just doing much better.
Yes, over there in the two of you, one after the other.
Jonathan Edgar, BBC. How much responsibility do you feel for the sport with allegations surrounding Mo Farah and so on? A lot of people are casting you as the saviour of athletics. You're the beacon of hope and performance.
A lot of people have been saying that, but I think it's not just only me, but other athletes also. All athletes have their right to try to help the sport, to keep the sport in a good light. I think it's all of us, all our responsibility. I just do my best. I try to work fast. I do it clean, and I think that's just what I have to do. I have to continue doing that. I'm not going to say I'm the only savior of athletics, but I just try to do my best and stay focused on the goal ahead.
What happens then when you retire, when you go?
I don't know what to say. I really can't answer that question, but hopefully athletes can learn that coming up that I did it clean throughout the years and all about hard work and dedication. So hopefully I'll set a good example for the young guys coming up.
Guy alongside Jonathan, yeah.
Okay, no, that's
Oh, you don't answer it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, David Roberts from Carib Direct TV. You saying as a Jamaican and Caribbean, how do you feel about managing the expectations of brand Jamaica?
For me, everywhere I go, I'm brand Jamaican. So I try to live up to my country. I really respect. I'm really honored to be ambassador for my country. So I try to always do the right thing and be a good ambassador for my country. I think I represent my country very well over the years. All I have to do is just continue living and striving and working hard and trying to big up my country even more.
Go with the cap, yeah.
Gordon from Flow Track. Usain, back in the Bahamas, wasn't the outcome you wanted, and Ryan Bailey kind of made news with his gesture. You get to go up against him tomorrow. So, what are your plans to go up against Ryan Bailey after the action?
I haven't really thought about it. I'm lying, I did. For me, I'm just trying to focus on the task at hand. That's to actually just execute. I think I have a lot to work on, so I have to really focus on that. I think in time I'll be running Ryan Bailey quite a few times in a couple of seasons to come and more races to come, so I'll have time to pay him back for what he did.
Yes. Richard, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, so Richard Lewis from Daily Express. First, the question just now, but what's it like when you're on the start line against guys who you know have been banned and have cheated the sport? Can you look them in the eye? How do you react to them in, say, the call room and when you actually go out of the track?
What can I do? I really can't do anything about it. As I said over the years, it's the rules. IWF made the rules, and they hand out the bans and WADA and everybody. So if they see it fit to make the rules what they are, then I really can't do anything about it. I personally go out there to run to compete for the fans and to do my best. So that's what I do. I just focus on what I need to get done.
Do you lose respect for those guys? Do you look at them in a different light?
I think the only person I really had a problem with was Tyson. I think the reason is I competed with Tyson throughout the years, and I had so much respect for him as a competitor because we competed, and I looked at him as one of the greatest competitors I've ever competed against because he was dedicated, he worked hard, and I really look forward to competing with him. So when it happened, I was really disappointed. So I think that's one of the ones that really hurt me overall.
We've got about 10 minutes left.
Sean from The Guardian. Following on from that question, if you said you had a problem with Tyson, why don't you have a problem with, say, Justin Gatlin, who's also been banned?
Justin Gatlin was before my time. I'm not saying it's right what they did, but it happened when I was just coming up in the sport. But because me and Tyson competed so closely and I respected him as an athlete, that I was saying, I always talk about him with my best friend and everybody saying, yo, it's one thing I'm sure about. Tyson's going to show up for competition. And it makes you work hard and dedicated, and then you hear that somebody's cheating, then it really hurts as an athlete to know that the person that you really look up to as an athlete for a competition is banned for drugs. Then it really bothers me.
Because Justin's basically been saying lots of nice things about you.
Yeah, hurt.
Does that make you mind games, or do you think he's just being nice?
We've talked about this earlier, me and NJ, me and my best friend. And we were saying, I remember Tyson Gay one time, he was saying bad things. There's one thing you learn, saying bad things about me doesn't help the situation. So I think somebody has really talked to him and said, listen, stop saying bad things about me. Start saying nice things, and maybe he won't be angry, he won't work hard, but it's too late.
Usain Gatlin's been running consistently 9.7s this season. Do you think the world record's likely to go in Beijing, and are you in the sort of shape to push it?
For me, it just takes one run to get to 9.7. So for me, I'm not worried about times. It's all about just getting everything right, because if one thing everybody knows, sometimes I struggle through the season. I remember 2011, I was really struggling. When it came to the championship, I was in great form when I first started, but the 200 was pretty good. So I think it takes time, and sometimes it takes us getting to the big moment to really get focused and get ready. So I'm just trying to focus on getting everything right, but I'm sure when I get to the championships, I'll always be ready. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Should be a good run, so looking forward.
And do you think the world record will go in Beijing?
I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know.
You say Tonya Richards-Ross has been talking about tailoring her training to get her best performances of racing. From where you were training ahead of 2008 to where are you now? What are you tailoring? And is Coach Ben Mills taking it a little easier for you?
No, definitely not. I think the older you get, as an athlete, the harder training gets. So for me, I've been really after working on a few things. So I think I've been really pushing myself. We've been really doing a lot of sprinting, working on 100 meters. So for me, that's all I'm focused on right now, trying to get this first 40, 50 meter together, and then we'll work on other things. But right now I need to get this right, and tomorrow will be the moment. So I have to just focus on what's at hand.
Sky Sports, talk football, United.
Actually, I watched the second game we played against the Earthquakes. So I think we still play a little bit slow. I think overall the team looks better, but I think we still play a little bit slow. I'm used to the more fast-paced game of United, but I guess because we have a new manager, so we'll see what happens. But overall, I think we're okay. Still a little bit shaky in the back, but overall, we're looking better. Schweinsteiger, I know him personally. I think he will definitely add to the team when it comes to been playing for years and been playing with a great team, so they will do well. It'll be like a skulls in the middle, so I'm not worried.
How far could you have gone as a footballer if you'd taken to
To the top.
Reminiscent, what's your play? Who would you remind us of?
I'm more of a winger. Maybe Dale. I'll be much faster, but
Yes, see the hand, but yes.
You're saying Jack Landscape. You say you're taking things one step at a time, but a good performance here, good execution. How much momentum does that give you for the month ahead?
well, it definitely give me momentum and more confidence and everything going into the championship. This is why I'm so focused on getting it right. As I said, I've been working a lot on sprinting. Been training for the past couple of weeks, over 50 meters, so I'm trying to get that right, and if I get that right, then it'll be a good look going to the championships.
We've got about 4 or 5 minutes left, yeah.
Sorry, Usain. You're obviously very good friends with Mo. Have you spoken to him in the last month or so? And what have you told him? Because obviously he's had this difficult period.
When it comes to difficult times like this, you don't try to really get into someone's personal space too much. I've relayed message to Ricky. I've talked to Ricky just to see where his headspace is at. And Ricky said he's okay. He's just trying to focus on the championships and training hard. So I'm not trying to space him. I know I'll see him soon. I know I'll see him this weekend. So we can talk and sit down and catch up.
Will you relive that moment on the podium on 2012 when you were both up?
We'll see. But that was a cool picture.
Okay, I'm going to try and fit in the hand to the left. Let's go.
Hey, John from LBC. A year ago you were in Glasgow, the weather wasn't very good. Tomorrow's going to be wet and windy again. Why can't you bring the Jamaican sunshine?
Well, I tried. I really tried, but for me it's just one of those things. You got to learn to run in different types of weather. I think I kind of get used to it. I don't really get my hopes up when I'm in London because it get cold and it get hot and get cold again. So I'm just happy to be here and to just go and do my best.
Lady in blue at the back.
Yeah, so you've got 5 views. Just on Mo Farah, what are your views on his decision to stay with his coach and stand by him despite the allegations surrounding him?
Well, when you have confidence in your coach over the years, you know who he is as a person, then of course you're going to want to support him as an athlete. So for me, if he believes in his coach, I believe in him. So I agree with whatever he does.
Last 3 questions, one there, yeah.
Just a little bit of football as well. It's always Jamaica versus the US in sprints. Jamaica, of course, got the better of the USA. In the World Cup semi-finals last night, you see the game and what are your thoughts?
I saw most of the game. I think it was an interesting game. It was a 50-50, I think, but we came out on top, and I'm really proud of the boys. They really went out and gave their best. So congratulations to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Usain, we said Justin Gatlin ran 4 times 9.7 this season, and he's probably the favorite. How does it feel to you to be probably for the first time in your career the underdog, or do you feel the underdog, and does it do something to your mind?
For me, this is the second time, but I never worry about one person. As I always tell you, I know he's been doing good this season. But I'm not worried. When the championship comes, if anybody knows anything about me, I'll always show up. So I'm just looking forward to getting everything right and going to the championship. As long as I'm in great shape and everything's smooth, there'll be no worries.
Lady here.
Will you run some more meets, you say?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I really don't know. It's all up to the coach. I think he will wait to see what happens tomorrow, and they'll determine if I need more meets or not. But we'll see.
Might that race tomorrow influence the rest of the season, including the participation at the 100 at the World?
I'm sure I'll be running on Jamila's without a doubt at the Worlds. But it will definitely influence if I compete again, I think. So I'll have 2 100 meters to get it right. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, the last question goes to this lady here.
Hi, Usain. Martha Calner from the Daily Mail.
I was wondering, the London organisers have a policy of not inviting athletes who bring the sport into disrepute to compete here. What do you make of that rule?
Again, that's their rule. So if that's their rule, then that's their rule. You can't really go against somebody's. If you have a rule, it's just a rule. So
Is that something you wish more events would do then?
I can't. I don't really. For me, it doesn't really matter. I tell you, I come here for the fans. They support me, and I want to do great for them. So I come here to give them a good show. So for me, that's my focus. It's nothing else and nothing more. So it's just that.
Thank you very much, everybody. We wish you all the best for tomorrow. Thank you for joining us here today. Thank you for being very civilised here. We're going to have a few moments just for the snappers with Usain standing, and we will see you in the stadium tomorrow. Thank you.